Certainly the people of Kansas sent me here to save and protect Medicare and Social Security. If you want me to save Medicare, I need a new innovative drug to help take care of the health care of 6 million people with Alzheimer's. Tackling Social Security is even a tougher one as we look for solutions out there. Dr. Biggs, would you agree with me that inflation disproportionately hurts a person who's living from Social Security check to Social Security check?
Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because Social Security is adjusted for inflation. The rest of your
So you're telling me with 16% inflation and your Social Security check went up marginally, that person's not more significantly impacted?
No, it's if I received 100% of my income from Social Security and Social Security COLA is accounted for inflation, my 100% of my income is inflation adjusted. If I received half of my income from Social Security and half from somewhere else, my total income is only half protected against inflation.
Oh, okay, that's certainly not one person, not one senior citizen has told me this. Every senior citizen I talk to in the state of Kansas, including my own parents, say groceries are up 20%. Gasoline prices went from $2 to $3.50 a gallon. That their utility bills, some of the utility bills have doubled, and certainly the Social Security check they're receiving is not touching that at all.
Let's just think about the compounding effects of this recent inflation crisis. Prices are up 16%. Since Joe Biden took office. For food, they're up 19%. For used car prices, up 30%. Electricity prices up 23%.
I think that slowing down inflation would be one of the solutions to save Social Security. I'll stick with you, Dr. Biggs, since I hit a home run with that question. Would getting 7 million healthy American men between the ages of 25 and 45 back to work, would that help save Social Security? Would a strong economy help save Social Security?
Sure. Higher labor force participation means more people working, more people paying taxes. That would certainly help. Higher economic growth means the tax revenues grow faster than they otherwise would have. That would help Social Security as well.
So savings to save Social Security, it'd be a good idea to stop paying people more to stay home than to go back to work. Is there anybody on the panel that would say a strong economy would not help us save Social Security? Does anybody disagree with that, a strong economy? Is there any concern that if we raise the taxes enough, that it could actually hurt the economy? Dr. Biggs?
Sure. I think the scores you see from Social Security when they look at these proposals to increase taxes would generally not include an effect on how the incentives of that would affect earnings of people in that class. So you want, in my testimony I point out we're getting to very, very high marginal tax rates, and we know that people do respond to those. There's some disagreement about how much, but you need to bear that in mind.
Okay. Going to my next question here. Let's talk about the national debt. $33 trillion. We might spend $700 billion of interest this year, which certainly fuels inflation and impacts seemingly everything else as well. So, Mr. Goss, how does that national debt and paying that much in interest, does it have any bearing, any indirect bearing on concern for saving Social Security?
That's a huge question. It has some bearing potentially if the debt continues to rise a lot. Could it have effect on interest rates? Higher interest rates would benefit Social Security for its revenues. But an important thing to keep in mind is of that $33 trillion, $2.8 trillion, almost 1/10 of it, is in fact money that is being held by the trust funds. And if the trust funds had not built up that $2.8 trillion worth of reserves by the excess payroll taxes paid over the last 20 or 30 years, the debt would still have to be $33 trillion. All of it would then be borrowed from the public. So Social Security does indeed spend down its reserves and spends that $2.8 trillion. That simply means that the full $33 trillion, not all of which has been borrowed from the public as yet because Social Security has been helping out, would then have to go to the public. So we should not say that Social Security is causing an increase in debt. It's actually covering a portion of the debt right now by the excess income that's been
Right,
paid
which
in
was
by
not
workers.
my
in the past.
question, but I appreciate the answer. Dr. Biggs, what solutions would you throw out there?
Things that I have argued for are certainly in the long term, slowing the growth of benefits for middle and high income retirees, raising benefits for the bottom third to truly guarantee against poverty and old age, but separately and importantly, making sure that every employee has a retirement plan available to them on the job and automatically enroll them in that retirement plan. If everybody were saving as they should and could for retirement, Social Security's job is much easier. That's how a country like Australia has lower poverty and old age than we do, while their Social Security costs are going down in the future and ours are going up. So we need to think a little more creatively about this.
Thank you. I yield back.